This is the story of International Master Suyog Wagh, one of the India's fastest rising chess creator. His videos regularly cross millions of views, with several surpassing 5 million and even 10 million views. But who is Suyog Wagh? Suyog is a very strong international master from India, and he gives his fan a rare behind the scenes look into the world of competitive chess. His videos playing against the India's best young talents have captured the internet attention. In fact, if you Google it, after Chessbase India, Suyog is among the most viewed chess creators in India this year. And in this interview, Suyog talks about his chess journey, how he creates viral content, his future plans as a creator, and the next generation of Indian chess stars to watch out for. So let's get into this interview and hear from the man himself. So I'm joined with International Master Suyog Wagh. Suyog, how are you?
Hi Chess Oli. First of all, thanks for conducting the interview. I am excellent. I'm currently in Mumbai, and here I am finally after finishing my last norm. Last norm, not last game. And yes, the last norm was the expectation I had, but yes.
And how was this tournament experience of this tournament?
Yes, it was a very hectic event and one of the strongest event I have faced in India so far, in my career of playing chess for around 14 years. It was about 2400 and organizers didn't manage to maintain the standards. They did took a few players below 2400, but all were foreign, so that's completely fine. Overall, the experience was very good. The conditions and everything was perfect. Overall, my performance, if we like to say, was not so great, what I had expected, but lot of learnings, as they say in chess. Yeah, you never lose. Either you win or you learn. So there were a lot of lessons to take away from every game actually, and mostly, especially the losses. I mean, I never thought like the first round. If you see the rook end games, do show it to the viewers. It's one of the most instructive end game I have ever seen, because usually you have to be active, right? In end game, you have to bring the king, and that's what I did, and I managed to lose this. So it was very instructive learning experience for me, and this will definitely help me. Overall, the event was, we can say, towards the fine line. And winning the last game always brings happiness. So that's one thing.
Yeah, you told about winning the last game always bring happiness. Can you tell something about how was your last game in brief?
Yes, I mean, one thing I loved about, okay, my opponent played a different line, which he doesn't play usually, and right out of the opening he was outside of his opening, and from there I had two choices: one to attack the king side or one to go for queen side. I went bit more positional, but the most instructive part about the game was at one very critical point you have to take this decision, either to exchange the bishop for knight or not. And there I spent around, I think, 25 to 30 minutes. And once you find that decision, the position basically plays for itself. It's just very natural. The moves will start flowing. But if you don't find that, then it would become very, very difficult. So I was very happy with that one very particular decision. We will see the game. Yeah. But that decision, I was very happy about it. Although the tournament was not, but the game, I really loved it. And after that, the moves, everything just flowed, and the opponent almost like got checkmated actually in the end.
Thank you for sharing this. And talking about the tournaments, how many events you have played in this year? And just before this tournament, you were in Odisha. How did that went?
Yes, this year, I mean, I was calculating, and I was home just 25 days from the start of the year. It's just constantly I've been working on chess and playing a lot of tournaments. I have played around 8 to 10 events, we can say, combining of rapid and classical this year. Mostly rapids, because I love this format, and classical I just came from kit. Gujarat I skipped to prepare for this event. And overall the results were fine. The rapid events especially were very good. The classical events I would like to play more. I went to the Europe where I decreased few rating, but again the experience was quite good. The game quality, everything was fantastic there. Yes.
So half of the year has been passed, and like you have been at your home only 24 days, right?
Yeah. It's crazy, yeah?
Yeah, it's crazy. Don't you feel tired or homesickness?
Yes, I mean, currently what has happened is like at home, whenever I go, it's like a vacation for me now. Because I have been traveling so much, you know. Yes, I do feel tired. So, what's the hack is what I have started doing is started bringing my mom with me. So, this event, I forced my mom to come along with me. And that's one thing how I deal with it currently. But yes, we have to deal with it. What else? And I enjoy traveling and I love chess. I don't know what I do more at this, but I but I love traveling. I love chess, and both combining, you know, it's kind of I'm happy where I am currently. And yes, just 25 days I have been home, and mostly it was, you know, why? Because like for laundry, most of the time I have to get home, or else I would have been just playing all year, all half year along.
Also, as many top players and many coaches advise that rest is very important. So, how do you manage chess and the rest part and everything else like personal life?
Yes, that's a good question. Yes, rest is very important. You know, it's very important not to play very continuously. So what I have done, what I have started doing is, you know, after the tournament, take 3 4 days break and enjoy. So recently I went to Abu Dhabi. I finished that event and then I just went skydiving out of nowhere there. So I started doing like this currently. So it's combining rest and also the leisure part, yeah. So I also get to travel and play chess. So that's what I've been doing currently.
And not just playing chess, you have also been part of many chess camps.
Yeah.
So most of this would be a secret chess camp, but I know a lot about them from your Instagram, so it's not a secret anymore. So please tell us something about the chess camps.
Yeah, so basically, I'm very grateful for Chola Chess for giving me the opportunity to attend their camps. And it's very, very a good experience I had. And there are many, many young, talented people there. And the camps are very high quality. So most of the time when I'm not playing chess tournament, I would be chilling in Chennai, attending chess camps and having fun there. So yes, mostly that.
So when you are attending chess camps, how is it like compared to the normal chess tournaments? Because in tournaments also you have to sit there for 5 6 hours and think on the board. And also in chess camps you have to do positions and maybe understand chess. Are they both equally tiring?
I think chess camps are usually more tiring because uh, there the positions, every position you need to think, you need to work on positions for a long time. Whereas tournament, you don't have to think on every position. Some decisions you can just take intuitively. But definitely, and it should be like that, I believe, because the harder you train, the less you bleed. So basically, chess camps are more tiring, of course, but it's completely worth it because the tournament actually seems like a leisure. You know, it doesn't burn that much amount of energy during the tournaments.
And in chess game you mentioned there are many young talents also. So being with them, young talents, what do you think is a major difference between the people who are so experienced and young talents? Because young talents of India are also doing very well. Like Manish Arbato, he is already 2300 plus. So, Madhvendra Sharma just won the junior section, and do you know he will get the direct entry to the master section in the
Next year, okay, wow.
so these are performing really good. Being with them, you learn something from them, or maybe you understand how they work.
Yes, I mean they are very interested in chess. That's what I have observed. Young talent, you don't usually just become talent. Yeah, you have to work hard. And if you see all of these kids, Mani, Advait, and Mahendru, these all kids work very very hard. So the talent along with hard work is what gives the result, and that, and if you train it properly, the result are bound to happen. Madhvendra, okay, he got the entry to the next year, but I believe he would anyway would have qualified by the next year. He is working so hard, and they constantly see chess, and One of the main difference is the interest for the chess. So what I've observed is whenever I play against young kid, if I win the game, usually what will happen is they will get upset and they will, yeah. But with these young kids, if I win the game, they are so excited to analyze the game. So to figure out what would I have done with this, what if I have done this, what if I change this. For next 10 minutes, they will keep bothering me like, okay, what if this. So this is one very important difference, that learning from the losses and not getting upset. And this all of these three kids are very, very talented.
And apart from chess, you do content creation a lot too. You are like in India this year particularly, you are the most viral creator. You have so many reels above millions and one reel above 10 millions, and that reel is like getting to the places. People are making remakes of that reels and memes of that reel. So tell us the stories behind that videos and that games.
Yeah, it's a very funny story actually. Yes, so basically, during the reel, what I started posting was POV, my POV, and one of the main reason was I had a very bad hair day. So the barber did a very bad cut, so I don't want to show myself. So what I did was, in training camp, what we do is at the lunch break we keep playing. So I thought, okay, I want to shoot content, but so I kept the phone and I started playing games like this, and just like that I just posted it online, and people loved it. And it's crazy. Yeah, 10 million, two videos was fantastic. And for these kids it's very natural, to be honest. But I honestly didn't expect it to blow up so viral. But yes, but yeah.
So the first video, I think the first video only got the 10 million views. Then you started creating more. So what was your thought process? Like first video, maybe you uploaded for fun, and then you started to upload more, or you just decided that you wanted to do content creation, so you started this series?
No. It was never about content creation. I was just doing it for fun. And also currently the priority is not content creation at all. Currently the priority is my chess. The main reason I started doing was this young kids, where they are very, very talented, don't have any sponsor.
Yes.
So one of the main reason putting these videos out, where in future, like if a lot of people see, they might get future sponsorship, yeah, and this would be greatly beneficial for this kid. So that was one of the main reasons. So if you see, all the three talented, Advait, Mahendru, Mani, I have posted most of their reels because people are loving it, and also they are young, talented, and mostly one of the main reason is a lot of future potential sponsors might be seeing it. You never know in content creation, from where the offer might land, from which person might get interested. So mainly that's one of the reason. And then I kept on posting because anyway I have recorded it and I have it in my phone, and the editing I don't have to do that much. It's all raw, or just how exactly you might feel playing against these kids. So that's one thing. And also the abilities, the blindfold abilities, the ability to play within 1 second are all extremely talented. So I thought that this young talented kid needs to be brought front to the world to see what exactly is happening behind the scenes, and how chess is currently progressing.
And you yourself are a very strong chess player and an active chess player, international master, and playing against these kids, like they are not still IM or GM, but when you play against them, like how strong they really are. And do you think like any few names who you think are the most promising talents?
Yeah, all of these three kids, I won't take any sides, but Mani, I think. But yes, they are very, very strong compared to
The three kids,
Mani, Advik, and Mahendru. He's playing here, yeah. He won
the junior masters.
Yeah, of course.
He was in 1 point lead. His mother told me that he is playing the fourth event in a row, and then he is going to Chola tomorrow.
Chola chess.
IM now.
I am now. Oh wow, he's playing.
So, in
insane, yeah. I mean, it's just the love, yeah. Basically, that's the main thing, and they're very strong compared to what the main difference is. The interest. That's one thing I have observed. They are always interested in learning, especially money, yeah, all of this. They are very interested.
And how do you prepare your chess? Like, do you train with coaches apart from this camps? Do you have like seconds and trainers? And are you sponsored by someone? So, how is your chess journey going, and what are your future goals?
Yeah, currently I'm managing all on my own, um, and I don't have any seconds for now. But mostly in future, I will like to think about it. And regarding the coaches, I had Davorin sir, but currently because of Chola Chess, I'm working on my own. So whenever I feel any doubt, I ask my friends Vedant and me, as well-known friends in the chess circle, and even psychologically, my good friend Srinivas, whom I like to mention, he's been quite supportive because sometimes it's very rough, yeah, chess. So these are the guys who are the backbone, you can say.
And in the start of this interview, you mentioned about your norm. So, what are your requirements till now? What you have fulfilled?
Yeah. So yes. For GM norm, I am already IM. So currently I am 2400, 2365. So my next goal is to get till 2500 and get three GM norms. So that's main goal currently. You need one goal in open section and two in closed. So that's one. I mean, at least one. If the open section norm happens, then I can start playing more in closed sections.
Okay, thank you so much for sharing all this. And the last request is, if you can show us one of your best game from this tournament,
yeah,
so viewers can understand, and maybe a potential sponsor can see and
for me, yeah, that would be very great.
Because you are very close to GM now also, like 2436, right? Yeah. So
yeah, definitely. I love to share this game. This is very nice game. Like, not because I won the game, but because of its instructive value. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, so this is the game. I'm playing against a very experienced IM, Wallah from Iran, and I was very surprised. He has played almost all the Olympiads, so he's very, very experienced. And before the game, I was thinking, what should I do? So one of the main thing was the round was at 9:30 a.m. So I didn't got that much time to prepare.
How much does this matter? Because like in all the days, round were at 3:30 p.m. And today it was 9:30. So does this schedule change impacts a little bit?
Yes, it matters a lot. Like many times I've seen the championship decides because of the last norm, especially the preparation, because at this level it's brutal. Like the game which I lost were all because of having a bad prep. The one game I didn't even manage to make a single move. I was just blasted from the prep. And the second game also, the which I lost, was because of prep itself. So at this level it matters a lot. And since it's 9:30, you don't get that much time to prepare. So the player who is having a better preparation usually wins. That's what happened in this game actually. So what I did was I started with d4. My opponent played d5, c4, and usually he plays c6. But in this game he played e6, which is surprising, but mainly because he wants to change his opening, because in c6 he was not getting so good of a result. So e6, I played knight c3, knight f6, I took cd, ed, and then bg5. So very famous Queen's Gambit. Here he played bishop e7, e3, castle. I played bishop d3, c6, knight ge2, and here my opponent played knight e4. This was already a very surprising move, and from here itself, the decisions are very important for white. What would you do? My first 3-4 minutes I thought about bishop e7, queen e7, bishop e4, de4, and here I was thinking about knight g3, attacking the pawn, f5, castle. And next what I want to do is play the move f3, and if it takes, I take with the rook, and if g6, play queen b3, rook a d1. But the thing is, in this particular lines, usually the rook is on e8. So it makes more sense to go here, because then the f5 pawn becomes much more weak. But with rook on f8, I really didn't like this this approach. So instead of that, what I did was, and I think this should be a strong move, was very anti-intuitive bishop f4. Just maintaining the bishop. Here my opponent took knight into c3. Here again I took with pawn, always captured towards the center. He played bishop d6. I played first I played queen c2, attacking this pawn, and that's important because if I play castle here, he can take knight takes knight d7, and after queen c2 he can go knight f6, defending the pawn on h7. So I did queen c2. Little moves like this, he has to play h6, because g6 I might plan h4. So he played h6, and now I played castle. He took, I took with the knight. Here he played knight d7, and from here it starts. How will you continue? Because I have two options. One is to play c4 and one is to play f3 e4. And mainly the direction I chose on the queen side was based on the fact that if I play c3 e4, he might get in future this kind of ideas, c5. And if your center is not stabilized, what happens is the attack won't work. Whereas if I attack on the queen side, it becomes quite easy. So I started with a4. The plan being, if I play c4, he had this move. So I want to play a4, a5, rook b1. So now knight b6 makes no sense, because I have just played queen b3, attack the knight, and then I'll play c4. So here he went knight here, and then I played c4. So after c4, here he went rook e8, just developing the rook. I went rook f7, just bringing all the pieces into the action. And here he played g5, knight e2, and here he played queen c7. Simple move, protecting the pawn on b7, and the idea is bishop e6. So this is the moment that I was talking about. Here is where the game was actually decided. The rest was just playing, but here is where the actual game was decided. And
you were prepared till this point?
No. The preparation ended when I played bishop f4.
And but you at least knew the ideas here, or?
No, I found it, bishop f4. Because I told you, bishop e4, d4, the rook should be on e8 for that to work. And this is very instructive moment in my opinion, and I'll highly recommend, this position. If you want to improve chess, arrange it, try to figure out how will you continue as white, because this is most forcing way and the easiest way. I haven't even checked it with the engine, but I think it has to be accurate, practically at least. So for 25 to 30 minutes I thought about this position, and I was seeing all sorts of idea. Knight g3 was first, but knight g3 for me doesn't make a lot of it's not so killing because of bishop e6. And if I play e4 here, he will just take d4, knight e4, knight e4, bishop e4, and rook a d8, and then what, right? So knight g3 was out of the question. The next move was knight c3, attacking the pawn on d5. But even here he will play bishop e6, and if I play cd5, he will take knight d5 with the idea to play knight b4, and it's still hard. So I was very confused, what should I do? And queen b3 was another move, a small little prophylactical move against bishop. So if he moves the bishop, I will take on b7. But here he will just go rook e7. And then what? His next move is going to be bishop e6, and how will I pose problem to my opponent? So because of this, I came up with this very nice idea, cd5. He cannot capture with c pawn because queen is hanging, so knight d5, and now bishop c4. And now he cannot go knight b4 because of queen g6 check. This is the whole point, and I'll just collect the pawns. And basically he has to go here and this. And this is a very good exchange for me, particularly for two reasons. I create imbalance. So I'm playing against lower rated player. I want to create imbalance to win the game. And secondly, my knight is stronger than the bishop because the knight can very easily jump, and bishop doesn't have that many squares. So here I had another option to go this or this way. I chose this way because the king side is weaker. So knight g3 happened. And here my opponent played queen e7, stopping e4. So I played rook b6. So my idea is simply to play this. He played rook d8. I played queen b2, rook d7, and from here the moves were just flowing, as I said. And this was the final tactical part which you need to see to win the game. And just e4. If he takes bishop e4, rook e1 and f3, and I will win the bishop. So e4, he has to play this, d5. He took. And again here it's important not to go knight h5 because of d4. So I took here, and now he cannot capture with bishop because that 6 pawn is hanging. So what he did was he played this move, rook a d8. If I take, there is rook d1, rook d1, rook d1, knight f1, but I played knight h5, threatening mate. Here he played f5. I played this check, king f8, knight into d7, bishop into d7, and now queen check. And here he basically resigned the game, because if he plays king f7, I'll still give check, I'll give check, check, and rook f6. And basically he has to give the queen and it's game over. But the moment cd5, that was one very instructive and very proud little thing that made me happy with this game, because it's not very obvious to play cd5, knight d5, allow knight to b4, and it was a little tactic, like in the end. And that's why they say chess is the game of tactics, which won me the game. The rest was kind of easy after that.
Thank you so much for sharing this game. Great game, by the way. And after this tournament, now the tournament is over. What's your next plan? Are you going for home for vacation, or
I'm
going to camp or something?
No, I'm going home for a vacation after a long while, and then I will be playing events across Europe.
Okay, all the best for your chess journey, and we hope to see you as a grandmaster.
Thank you so much, and thanks a lot, Chess Holic, for conducting the interview.
Yeah.
And I was very happy to see you here.
Yeah, I'm your big fan. I was like waiting to meet you. The first thing, I was seeing the player list and I was so happy to see you. Like I was dying to ask you about this Chola Caps videos, because like I binge watch it.
Okay.
And like I have watched it so many times, but still I rewatch it. Like it's super interesting and fun.
Thank you so much. Also nice to meet you. I love your edits.
Yeah, nice to meet you.